Game, set, match, Millman.
I'd like to just thank everyone back home for cheering me on and supporting me. It's been a great run so far. Hopefully I can keep it going. And I really appreciate the support, I really do. So thank you very much. G'day to everyone down under.
US Open Primetime is next. Welcome to US Open Primetime. Well, the sun stayed away on the Saturday of the long weekend, and by nightfall, the rain came tumbling down, but that was never going to stop the fans flocking to Flushing Meadows. Hello, I'm Stephanie Brands. Welcome once more to US Open Primetime. Mark Donaldson has been watching today's play with me, and it was a last chance for the Aussie fans to cheer on a singles contender. John Millman went down fighting against Philip Kohlschreiber. It was in straight sets, but he put up a valiant battle.
He did indeed. He's world ranked 234 right now, playing on a protected ranking. He just didn't have enough for his opponent today. I thought Kohlschreiber was excellent, but what a run for Millman. I mean, that win over Kyrgios in the first round, if you'd offered him a third round spot at the beginning of the week, I'm sure he would have taken it, Steph.
Indeed, for Italian fans, perhaps the exit of one of their contenders not quite so honourable. Fabio Fognini has left the US Open considerably lighter in the pocket after some seriously crude comments directed at a chair umpire in the opening round.
He is in a lot of trouble for this. He's been suspended from the doubles. He'll take no further part in that, and what he said was inexcusable. It was an absolute disgrace, and he deserves everything that he's about to get.
Well, back on court, the action in this half of the men's draw is really exciting. There's some serious class in this half of the draw.
You've got Roger, you've got Rafa, you've got a lot of players. Juan Martín del Potro, who I thought was excellent as well. I suppose if you want to have a chance, the best chance of reaching the final, you'd want to be in the other half of the draw. But Roger's through, Rafa's through as well, and Juan Martín del Potro was probably the best of them all. He was excellent.
Indeed he was, but the headline act on Ash was the Roger Rafa show. Let's check out some of the highlights.
Under the roof at Ash, it was absolutely teeming down with rain outside. But when you spend all that money in a roof, it comes in handy. Let's take a look at Rafael Nadal taking on Leonardo Mayer. And it was Mayer who would win the first set on a tiebreak. Very similar to the second round against Tarantino when he lost the opening set. And guess what? He would go on to level things up. Take the second set. Here's the set point for Nadal. Oh, hello. Enjoy it. 6-3 to tie things up. Into set number 3. Mayer serving at 1-4. Rafa in total control at this stage against the Argentine. Oh, goodness me. Paint the line, why don't you, Rafa? Muy bueno. Into set 4. Opening game. Leonardo Mayer, surely he's going to win it there. Come on, Rafa, behave yourself. That's ridiculous. Rafa breaking to lead 1-love. And then on match point, he put on a show, the crowd on their feet. Vamonos! Rafa wins it. 6-7, 6-3, 6-1, 6-3. Onwards to round 4.
For me, it was not a slow start.
Okay.
With the slow start of converting break points. Because when you have that many break points, you created the opportunities more than usual. So if you are able to convert 1-2 of them, probably we will talk about another story.
Shout out to the fans, Patrick.
Yeah.
These fans had sat out in the rain for, I believe, the better part of a couple hours to see the great Roger Federer play.
That's going to go wide there, so there's a quick break to Federer. But not any issues with the serve and the serving. And it's 24 minutes for Roger Federer to win the opening set here in prime time. Drops over. minutes to love. And that is the match that Roger Federer and his fans were waiting for at the US Open.
I think I really got off a good start. The first set was fast, and then the second set was close. Maybe I was struggling with my serve a little bit to keep the level up, you know, that I was hoping to stay up. So I had to struggle a bit there, but it was also good to get through those tougher moments, and then a little bit of a wobble in the third maybe, but you know, it's all good, you know. I'm really pleased with the performance, and it's exactly, I guess, maybe what I needed, you know, going into next round.
It's been a good run for Brisbane's John Millman through to round 3 after victories over Nick Kyrgios and Jaziri. Next up, Philipp Kohlschreiber, the number 33 seed. And Kohlschreiber with a backhand. He's got a beautiful backhand with the winner to take the first set 7-5. Into the second set, this is Millman serving at 2-4. And guess what? That backhand, it's one of the top 10 in tennis. He would win the second set 6-2. He didn't play badly in this one, John Millman. He had a chance in the first set at 5-4, 30-all, and he netted when he should have got it over, and he was punished by Kohlschreiber with the backhand overhead volley. This is match point. And the German eventually victorious. Millman thought he was ahead in the point here. But then the unforced error, that's a big win for Kohlschreiber. He moves on. For Millman, a third round, not bad, having beaten Kyrgios and Jaziri. Still in the doubles as well. And the protected ranking coming in handy for Brisbane's John Millman. But Kohlschreiber wins 7-5, 6-2, 6-4.
John, when we looked at the scoreboard, it said 3-love, but it felt like it was a hell of a lot closer. How did you see it?
Yeah, it was a tough match. Look, at the end of the day, I played really well, and Philipp played a little bit better than me. I thought it was high quality, and I can hold my head up high knowing that I played well, gave it my all, and just fell short.
Well, I don't think John Millman was alone in not being sure how far he'd go. Aussie fans perhaps not expecting him to progress this deep into the tournament. He was outclassed by Philipp Kohlschreiber in the match. You called it, Mark. He did himself proud, though, didn't he?
He did. I want to take you back to May this year. On his social media account, he was posting pictures of himself in a hospital bed after recovering from groin surgery. He's already had shoulder surgery as well. And just to be here and to play against Kyrgios in the first round, to beat Kyrgios, I thought he was excellent against Jaziri. But he was up against a player he served very well, Kohlschreiber, and he was at the top of his game. Now, the prize was potentially Roger Federer. They didn't know who they were going to be playing when they took to the court on court 17 first up. But he can be proud of what he's done. And because he was playing with this protected ranking of 81, his world ranking's 234. He's going to climb at least 60 spots from this. This has been a good week for John Millman, and Brisbane and Australia can be proud.
Stay with us for more US Open Prime Time. After the break, former champion Juan Martín del Potro was in action out on grandstand. This is US Open Prime Time, and here's a look at some of today's notable men's results. Less than half of the seeded men remain heading into day 6. Gael Monfils could not continue against David Goffin, while Alexander Dolgopolov easily beat Viktor Troicki in straight sets out on grandstand.
Good one, this one on grandstand. The number 11 seed from Spain, Roberto Bautista, good against Juan Martín del Potro, the champion from 2009. Set point in the opening set for Juan Martín. Urging it to drop down quickly, and it did. He would win the first set 6-3. Bautista good, serving at love 1. Beginning of the second set, watch here, ouch. Juan Martín down goes the Argentine. A sore one. Now, after the point, Del Potro and the chair umpire Carlos Ramos having a long discussion. A possible warning for obscenity. It was not confirmed. We move on Still second set. Bautista Agut serving at 1-2. And Juan Martín del Potro does that. That trademark forehand cross-court winner breaks the lead 3-1 and wins the second set 6-3. Serving at 2-1 in the third set, and Delpo in control at this stage. Running around the backhand to blast a forehand cross-court winner to hold and lead 3-1. This is match point. Long from Bautista Agut. That's a good win, and the 2009 champion Juan Martín del Potro, seeded 24 this year, is through to round 4. 6-3, 6-3, 6-4 on grandstand.
Yeah, I think I played the best match of the tournament. I hit so well my forehands. I served well during the whole match, and I played very smart with my slice. I came to the net very often, tried to be aggressive all the time, and I think I play well.
Mohamed Layani, the umpire for this one on Armstrong. Adrian Manarino, the number 30 seed of France, against the talented Austrian Dominic Thiem, who was serving at 3-5 in the first set. Manarino pulling off a tweener, but Thiem has the net covered with a forehand winner. Serving at 5-6, Manarino. Thiem able to turn it around. He's played okay so far. He's done enough, but when he's got shots like that in his armoury, the big backhand cross-court passing winner to take the first set 7-5. Serving at 3-1 in the second set. This is a super point. I didn't want to spoil it by talking over it. Wonderful. Thiem would hold to lead 4-1 and won the second set 6-3. This is match point for Dominic Thiem. Have it. Lovely smile for the Austrian, and on he goes through to round 4, the number 6 seed, beating Adrien Manarino of France, the number 30 seed, 7-5, 6-3, 6-4.
This is US Open prime time. After the break, a budding controversy and the women's number 1 seed in action. Well, the big centre court draw cards have, of course, been Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal, but Maria Sharapova has also had all her clashes scheduled on Ash, despite her wild card status here at Flushing Meadows this year. Now, that hasn't sat too well with some of the players, and 5th seed Caroline Wozniacki was pretty quick to voice her displeasure. However, it seems it was all water off a duck's back to the Russian.
Putting out a schedule where the number 5 in the world is playing on court 5, 5th match on after 11, I think that's unacceptable. You know, and when you look on center court, I understand completely the business side of things and everything, but someone who comes back from a drug sentence and you know, performance-enhancing drugs, and then, you know, all of a sudden gets to play every single match on center court, I think that's a questionable thing to do.
In regards to scheduling, as you know, I don't make the schedule, and you know, I'm a pretty big competitor, and if you put me out in the parking lot of Queens in New York City, I'm happy to play there. That's not what matters to me. All that matters to me is I'm in the 4th round, and yeah, I'm not sure where she is.
So as this plays out, we'll keep you posted. In other women's action, Japan's Naomi Osaka was on pace to be the true breakout story of the summer. That was until she ran into Kai Kanepi of Estonia in the 3rd round. Also, 12th seed Yelena Ostapenko went down in straight sets, and the nightcap on Ash featured American Madison Keys.
This was the opening match of day 6 on Ash. Karolina Pliskova, the world number 1, one of only 3 players left from the 8 that began who've got a chance of finishing the tournament as world number 1. She was up against Zhang Shuai of China, and the 27 seed would take the first set 6-3. Serving at 5-6 in the second set, in control. But Pliskova with the forehand cross-court passing winner. She would break in this game to win the second set 7-5. A set apiece, but an issue for Pliškova's right wrist, attended to by the trainer. We're at 3-all, so the 7th game of the deciding set. Pliškova at this stage seems to have found her game, the big forehand cross-court winner. Zheng Shuai had her chances in that second set, couldn't convert. And in the end, this is match point for Karolina Pliškova. Lovely approach. And then the put away, she thought. Third time lucky with the backhand cross-court winner. That was a tough one for Pliškova. Same match point in this one. And goes through 3-6, 7-5, 6-4 on Ash. Ash was the place to be on Saturday, day 6 at the US Open. Some fantastic matches. This is Aga Radwanska, the number 10 seed from Poland, against Coco Vandeweghe, the home favourite, seeded 20. What about this for a point and a rally? Vandeweghe serving at 4-3. And how about this? Both players thinking they've got a chance. Oh, hello. That is magnificent. The backhand passing winner and the wonderful reaction. Coco would win the first set 7-5. Second set, Radwanska serving at 2-all. Needed some good hands by Radwanska here at the net. That's a lovely touch. Soft hands. And the lunging backhand drop shot volley winner. She would win the second set 6-4. This is 3-all. Breakpoint, Vandeweghe, final set. Hello, again, decent from Coco Vandeweghe, bringing up match point eventually. Radwanska under pressure, long it goes, the crowd on their feet, the home favourite through, and the number 10 seed is out. Aga Radwanska, the quality of tennis in this one. Take a bow, both ladies, but especially Coco Vandeweghe through 7-5, 4-6, 6-4.
When we return to US Open primetime, we'll check on Nick Kyrgios and Matt Reed in action against the Bryan brothers.
Nick Kyrgios and Matty Reed, the doubles pairing. Their US Open is over. Number 5 seeds Bob Bryan and Mike Bryan through the traditional chest bump after victory, and the multiple Grand Slam winners are through to the round of 16. Nick Kyrgios struggling with the shoulder injury, but good on him for playing and helping his partner Matt Reed through to the second round. But for them, their US Open run is over. The Bryan brothers win it 6-1, 6-1 on grandstands.
Other Aussies in action on Saturday included Daria Gavrilova, who was victorious in her doubles match with Daria Kasatkina, while youngster Thomas Bozancic failed to advance in his juniors qualifier. Today also featured the end of Casey Dellacqua and Ash Barty's run here in New York. And after their match, Mark caught up with the pair.
Okay, so let's start with you. After that first set, when you got back into it and winning the second set, did you think, okay, comeback's well and truly on now?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously were always going to try and find a way to get back in that match after the first set, which we did, and then obviously got down early in the third and then fought our way back again, but just wasn't meant to be today. And yeah, unfortunately we didn't get the win, but yeah, new day tomorrow, and we get another opportunity in a couple of weeks in Asia to redeem ourselves, and that's what we look forward to now.
Nice positive outlook. Ash, what happened in that first set?
Yeah, I actually think the score wasn't a true reflection of what the first set was. We had more than enough chances in that first game, and I think if we win that first game, it's a bit of a different story. So, yeah, we were sort of able to forget that and get the momentum back in the second, and I think we let it slip in the first couple of games in the third there, and that hurt us. But as Kay said, it just wasn't meant to be today, and we'll look forward to Asia.
With the positivity that you have now heading to the Asian swing, what's your targets for the rest of the year?
I mean, our first goal is to make championships, which I know that we're very close to. So, yeah, the champs is obviously a big goal for us. We've got 2 more tournaments before then to get a few more matches. And, you know, it's sometimes, you know, you lose matches where you should have won, but that's tennis. And one of those was today, but that's okay. We just look forward to Asia, look forward to the champs and move on from here.
When you're sitting over your Christmas dinner and you look back at 2016 at the US Open, 2017 at the US Open campaign, you look back fondly, won't you?
Yeah, I think for me it's sort of a story of two sides. Obviously my singles was exciting. It's disappointing to go down yesterday, and for Case and I know that we both expected to have a better doubles tournament, but sometimes that's the way it is, and we've had a really solid year, so we look to finish strong in Asia, and hopefully we can qualify for champs.
Just finally, your prep for Australia for the doubles when hopefully you'll be together again. What do you do? Take us into what kind of goes on while we're having our Christmas dinner and pigging out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously after champs, hopefully we qualify for that. We'll take a little bit of a break just to freshen up because the year is so long. It's a tough sport in that sense. So we take a little bit of a break. Then we obviously do some pre-season training. And then by the time Christmas comes around, you're full gung-ho into match prep and all that. So, yeah, that's kind of just how it rolls. And every year's kind of the same on the tennis tour. So it'll just be another one of those.
Good to see you both. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you. This one is Jelena Ostapenko, the French Open champion, number 12 seed against the world number 39, Daria Kasatkina of Russia. It did not go according to plan for Ostapenko. Kasatkina's got a good game, she's a good mover, and she's got a fair amount of power, and she's also got some excellent shots in her armory. She would win the first set 6-3. Problems for Ostapenko health-wise. Kasatkina's serving in this was excellent. Her first serve percentage was 77%. She would convert 6 of 7 break points. And Ostapenko, well, she clearly wasn't 100%, but still, you can only beat what is in front of you. Kasatkina winning 6-3, 6-2 against the French Open champion. The number 12 seed at the US Open, Jelena Ostapenko, gone.
Well, of course, there's plenty more to come on Sunday here at Flushing Meadows, and Mark Donaldson, that number one race for the women is still very much on. We'll see Muguruza and Kvitova in action. Who do you fancy for that one?
Muguruza, but probably in 3 sets. So this is probably, for me, the best match of the day on Sunday. Muguruza, she's a different type of player now. After she's won Wimbledon, she knows how to deal with winning Grand Slams. There was an issue, of course, after she won the French. She did struggle after that, but now the way she's playing, she's settled here and she's very confident. So I think she'll win this one, but it will be tough against Petra Kvitova. Great to see her back. Now, of course, there's 3 women. Remember at the start there were 8 women who could end up as world number 1. There's only 3 women now who can do so. We've got Svitolina, who got through in her match against Shelby Rogers on grandstand. We've also got Pliskova, who didn't look that good in her victory over her Chinese opponent on Ash. So the best one has been Muguruza. She's got a tough one though, and even if she loses, she could still end up as world number 1. I don't think she will though. I think she'll beat Petra Kvitova, but it might go 3 sets.
Well, your predictions have been pretty good so far, Mark. Let's see how you go. Join us to catch up on all that action. Of course, we've got a heap of Aussies in doubles action as well here at Flushing Meadows. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. We'll bring you that. And we're here, of course, every night at US Open Primetime. Thanks for your company tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.